pass, because there are many Democrats right now that are ruining the day that they approve Obamacare. Because you're going to have, I mean, unless the Republicans are very stupid and they run really, really bad campaigns. I mean, if they campaign on Obamacare and almost don't even talk about anything else, and there's so much more to talk about, especially with what's happening throughout the world. I mean,
show us the birth certificate.
Okay. I get it. I get it. You know, it's funny. I get sometimes a little bit lambasted of the birth certificate. And one of the great classics, the big ABC reporter, I won't mention his name because he was actually very nice. He was. I really mean that, Jonathan Carl. Yeah. He was very, very nice and respectful. But I said, well, where do you think he was born? Do you think he was born here? And he goes like, I don't know, or I'm not sure. I said, that's the problem. And then he went on to lambaste me why I'm, shouldn't be doing this stuff. But when I walk down the street, and I'll tell you this, and a lot of people say, oh, don't bring it up, and I don't bring it up. You brought it up. But when I walk down the street, I have more people screaming out, don't forget the birth certificate. It's the craziest thing. I have more people that scream out their car windows and shout at me, and we love you, Mr. Trump. That is not an issue that has not resonated with a lot of people. And when I offered him $5 million to any charity at all, Chicago kids, anything, the homeless, cancer research, AIDS. And then what a lot of people don't realize, when I realized he wasn't going to do it, I upped it 10 times. Does anyone know that? And the press didn't want to report that. But that final day, I said, you know what? If he does it, I'll go 10 times that amount. You knew that. And I said it. Said it sort of quietly, because I don't know. Now we're talking big money, right? But I did. I upped it that final day to $50 million. I said, I'll increase the number by 10, because I gave him a deadline. And the liberal media, the press generally, the liberal media, they thought it was so horrible that I would be, and all I wanted to see, and I didn't want his marks. I didn't care about his marks. I didn't want his grades. They thought I was looking at his grades. I don't care. I didn't want his grades. I just wanted where it said place of birth. It would be very interesting. And to me, it's one of the most interesting things that none of these colleges have turned him in. And by the way, maybe it's positive. And you know what I actually said? I said, I hope it's positive. Because if it isn't, that means we have a sham president. Yeah, right. So I actually hope it's positive. I'm not looking to set records here. I hope it's positive. And I said to him indirectly that it's something he should do, because there's a big percentage of this country that really agrees with a lot of other people. A big percentage of the country. So it actually could be a way of collecting $50 million, a way of collecting and giving it to charities. Giving it to great charities all over, all over. That's a lot of money. And all we want to do is see a couple of pages, and maybe one page, of records. And just that one fact. Because it would be very interesting to see what he put down.
Yeah.
I don't know. But why wouldn't somebody pick up a check for $5 million? And why did somebody spend $3.5 million on legal fees in order that nothing gets revealed? You just wonder about these things. You pick up this money. And why, when he was a very young man and he did a book, and on the cover of the book it said a young man from Kenya.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I did. And then the publisher of the book said, that's right, that's what he said. And the following day he said, no, I didn't mean that, it was a typo.
Oh, yeah.
I think this crowd likes what I'm saying.